Sorry, friends. I'm just trying to get us straightened out here. Sorry if I make you dizzy. I can't get my camera to stay straight. All right. I think that's good enough. Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. Happy beautiful weekends. Rara, I saw you were up late, very busy on our project. Pretty excited to check that out. Also, so funny last night. I guess Lily was texting you and she goes, "Who's Brian?" And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Who's Brian?" I was like, Rara's husband. Is very funny. Needs some work, yeah, but we're off and running. Well, you're off and running, I should say. Okay, my friends, let me know if you're here. We're gonna have some Simon Hurley fun today because I just got this stuff in the mail yesterday. Literally, yesterday, came home from work and there was a box sitting on my doorstep. Tell me that's not like the best feeling. Am I right? It's like Christmas. You know what? Just give me 1 second. I'm going to shut my shade because I'm seeing a lot of glare. So hang on. It's always that time of the morning when I do a 10 a.m. live that we've got sunshine coming through. So I'll try to block as much of that as I can. Hopefully that's a little better. It's just where I am and what side of the house I get that morning sunshine. Okay. Hi, Arlene. Hi, Cynthia. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining me. I'm excited. So I was just saying, I came home from work yesterday. There was a box sitting on the front steps. And I was like, woohoo! Almost drove into the mailbox because I was so excited. So in it was these stencils. This one is not a new one, but it's a new to me. These were purchases from my little scrapbook store. This is the new Simon Hurley candle birthday stencil. What are we calling this? Let's see. Bold candles. I am excited and nervous to try this out. As Lily says, nerve-sighted. I don't know. I just have to see. Like, I've seen a couple of different things where they're like cutting it out. I don't know, but we'll see. So these are some pastes I pulled from my shelf because these are 3 new ink colors that I just got yesterday. There's an annoying glare, so let's look at them over here maybe. Crybaby, Siren Song, Cold Shoulder, although that was I think we're going to go that way. We're going to try a blend with these colors. Now, here's the bummer part. This morning, I was like so excited to pull out my coveted swatch book. You guys know I'm always talking about my swatch book because this was one of like the projects that I've been dying to do for years. And now it's finally like up and running. So I go to my Simon Hurley tab. See, I even made these like handy dandy little tabs. I go to my Simon Hurley and I'm like, okay, let's swatch these new colors. I also got these 2, but we're not going to use those today. Overzealous and Wolf. Now, Wolf, I know, is not a new color. Maybe it is. No, I didn't think it was, but I went to swatch and I don't have any of these colors on my swatch chart. So I guess I have to, sorry, my husband just brought me coffee, which pretty much makes him the man. Thank you, Cynthia. I have to be honest with you. It makes me happy too. I love this thing. This is like one of the best things that I have ever spent time on. I still have a lot to fill in, because this, you know, I got a little messy here. So I still have a lot to fill in and a lot of pages to add, but the inks were the biggest thing. And I mean, listen, you know, like, these, I do use different inks for different things. So, you know, no judgment on just how many inks I may or may not have. But anyway, so I went to swatch and they are not on my Simon Hurley swatch chart, sadly. So I'm going to have to get a new Simon Hurley, I guess. And I mean, I have this here, but you know, listen, this is not going to work. I can't add like these blues and a green just at the bottom. They've got to go in with their color mates. So whatever. To be continued on that. Hopefully next live I'll have an update with some new swatch pages. We'll see how that goes. So I'm just going to put that away for now because I can't really use it. And we're going to wing it today because why not? Okay, so my plan, I really only have part of a plan and then we'll see where the rest goes. I want to start with a blended background. Let me put this away because I'm going to confuse myself. We're not using that color today. These are the three colors that I want to blend, do a blended background. So let's see how that goes. Let's see if I have foam daubers or if I'm going to use something else today. You guys know I mostly use foam daubers. I don't use my big blending brushes a lot, but let's see. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Get my Velcro dots and load these guys up. So what's everybody up to today? How's it going? Happy Saturday. You guys out of school yet? Wherever. Tell me where you're from. Well, I mean, I know Arlene and Rara. I know where you guys are. Cynthia, where are you? We still have 2 more weeks of school here because we had a lot. We had 7 snow days. And, you know, those snow days were amazing in the moment, but now that it's June 13th, we're in school till June 26th. It's like, okay, did we need 7 snow days? I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, so we have 4 days this week because we have off for Friday, Juneteenth. And then the following week is 5 half days, which don't even get me started on those. That is like the most frustrating thing ever. 5 half days. Just give us, you know, what would it be? Smush them together. 5 halves or 2.5. Could be 2 full days and a half, maybe, if that math is right. So Oregon. Yeah, see, your school just got out. Well, I mean, you know, we had a massive amount of snow this winter. I think that if it, just my opinion, and I don't even know if they can, but if it did start getting ridiculous every year, they should do some virtual days, because even the kids, after like 7 snow days, because there was like a couple of times where we had like 2 days back to back, so it got crazy. Okay, let me get a handle on it. See what I did there. And I think let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. I've not swatched these. So I really don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna just grab my sticky. This is a waffle flower grip mat. I'm gonna just put this on here so I can blend my background. And let's get to it. So this first color is Crybaby. And remember, Simon Hurley's ink pads are foam. So they're generally nice and, oh, that is nice. Nice and juicy. Good, good, good. Okay, I like that. I like that so far. That looks good. A little bit more up here. I might have come down a little far with that, but that's okay. We had no snow at all, and all the bugs are now out in full force. It wasn't very cold. It wasn't even very cold. Very unusual. Wow, that is unusual. I'm just going to take a sip of coffee. Okay, next is Cold Shoulder. Let's see this. I did see Simon use this on a video yesterday. It is, oh yeah, it's like a purpley blue. Oh, that's beautiful. It's almost like an ultra violet-ish. It's like an ultraviolet-ish blue. I like it. It blends beautifully with Crybaby. Love that. I have a fuzz on my blender there. Okay. I got some splotches from my foam dauber, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. We're going to cover this up anyway. Okay. So we got that. So far that's Crybaby and Cold Shoulder. I love these ink pads. And we're going to go with Siren Song. Let's bring that in and see. I don't know how well this is going to match, but let's see what happens. Yeah, probably should have put this one up here, but that's okay. Ain't no thing, right? It's just card making. We don't get upset about this stuff. Oh, that is a beautiful color, though. This is kind of like, reminds me almost of Uncharted Mariner, but different. Not as deep. Not as deep. I like it. It's not that deep. So my daughter always tells me that's her new line. It's not that deep, bro. Okay. All right. So it's kind of a blotchy blend, but I am using foam daubers. So that often happens. I don't get the smoothest blends. If I wanted a super smooth blend, I would have used brushes, but I like to use my foam daubers. So is what it is. Okay, so next, there's my blues. I love these blues. So this is what I was thinking. I had grabbed these, the different color lunar pastes, because I thought maybe we could do the candles in the pastes, which I probably should have started with that because they're going to need some dry time. But this is going to need dry time too, because I want to put this stencil. This is an older Picket Fence Studio stencil that Michelle had in the sale last week, and I just thought it was cool. So we're going to use that. And very geometric, very cool. I like this. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out some sort of centering here. I don't know. It's just cool. Let's just do that. Okay. Where is this is White Lie Stellar Paste. I use this a lot. Ooh, I didn't clean off this palette knife the last time I was done. That's okay. I'll use a different one. This is so versatile. I love this. So when I splatter white, I just put a blob on my table and I mix it with water. And that's what I use when I do white splatters. When it dries, it does have like a little bit of a shine to it. It dries quickly. This is just, you can mix inks. Like if you have, what do you call it? Re-inkers. You can mix re-inkers with it. I love this. I use this a lot. Okay, so we're just going to do White Lie. Make some polka dots on there. Oh my gosh, I love using this stuff. Make sure I fill in all my holes. And then we'll smooth it out. Okay. Just gonna grab the wipe. Sorry, that's probably like super noisy. Just want to wipe my palette brush off, or my palette knife off, so it doesn't dry on there. And we'll peel this off. I love that. Doesn't that look fun? All right, so I should have brought a stencil bath, but I didn't think ahead. So let me just get everything cleaned off before it dries. Okay. My stencils take a bit of a beating, but that's okay. Let's get this off so I can clean the I'm gonna just lay that right there. Oh, I just got the stuff all over the package, but whatever. That's all right. I'm just gonna clean this with water, and I better use a microfiber so we don't get any stuff on this. All right, next we're gonna play with those candles. Oops, I got this stuff all over me now. I'm going to do one more spritz to make sure this is clean. Okay. So what's next? Let's play with these candles. Move this stuff over to dry. This is over here drying. Like how that looks. You know what? Let me just get this off the packaging because I know that's going to annoy me. I'll put this on top of my notebook because I really don't care if my notebook gets dirty. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside to dry. Oh, don't fall. That dried already. Whatever. No biggie. There we go. Okay. Let's play with the candles. Sorry, I got to make a little room. I got too much stuff out here. I'm going to grab a piece of paper. Let's see what's here. All right, I'm just going to grab a piece of white cardstock. I just ripped that because I had it folded for some reason. Okay, now let's take a look at this. I did watch Simon use this last night, and he cut them out, which I guess is pretty cool. And we probably can do the same thing, but we'll see how that goes. All right, so first I'm going to start with, here, let me get this so I don't have to worry about this moving. I'm going to stick that down. Okay, so my colors for the, hi Dee, how are you? What colors are we going to use? Now I'm going to consult the swatch book because, let's see. We'll try those. Shooting Star and Check Engine. That'll work. Do those for the flames. Check Engine. Oh, I got a Shooting Star. You know what? Let me see if I have my little brushes. That might be easier. Nope, not those. Bear with me for a sec. I'm going to look for my smaller blending brushes. Nope, those are oxides. Sorry, guys. I just want to find better blending brushes to do this. Okay. Let's use these. These I keep in my crop bag. They're just a mix of, I don't know, different kinds of smaller brushes. So let's see. Need like an orangey. Oh, look, I got those labeled. How about that? Got some Catherine Poolers. All right, cool. So I don't know what's on here from who knows when or who knows what. You know what? Let's just do this. Yeah, there's a little bit left on there. I'm going to add more, though. The week was a little kooky, D. I'm not going to lie. My daughter sprained her ankle in softball on Wednesday night. So I was supposed to work on Thursday. So for those of you that don't know, my interim replacement position ended on June 5th. So I've been substituting. So I was supposed to substitute on Thursday, but I had to cancel it because my daughter couldn't walk on her foot. So we ended up at urgent care, and she has a badly sprained ankle. She just started to walk on it yesterday, and is like now using just one crutch. So that is better. Kind of sucks though, because she had her final volleyball tournament tomorrow, and now she can't play in it. And she missed her last volleyball practice on Thursday. And they usually, they do like, it's actually pretty cute. They do anything but a bat. So the girls bring anything but a bat, and each one of them goes up at bat to like bat with, whatever they brought. There's like one girl brought like a blow up cow, and another girl brought like a paddle. And sorry, I see that glare is really annoying. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, but if you get dizzy, look away, because when I say zoom in, I'm just moving my camera down a little bit closer to see if we can bypass some of that glare. Yeah, it's still kind of there. Okay, so that's a beautiful blend. This is Shooting Star and Check Engine from Simon Hurley. And then I am going to take, this is Golden Hour Solar Paste. And with my finger, I'm just going to take little bits. I learned this from watching Simon. Little bits, although he usually does it with like the glitter. So I'm just going to take little bits and kind of pat that on. It'll dry a little texture-y. It'll give it a little shimmer. I mean, I probably could have just gone over the whole thing, but well, just get the fingers dirty. Why not, right? Okay, so I just patted on a little bit of Golden Hour Solar Paste. Yeah, so the week got a little crazy. And then yesterday, I had to leave her home by herself because I was working at the high school yesterday. And also I worked like half a day in the afternoon covering a sculpture teacher. And in the morning, I was shadowing the teacher that I'm taking over for next year. So she was home by herself, and she did okay though. The high school hours are crazy. Like we left at 6:40 in the morning, and we were home by like 2:15. That's one of the many things I'm going to be excited about working at the high school next year. Their classes go 7:15 to 1:55. So by like 2:15, 2:30, I'm home and the day is done, which is pretty awesome. Okay, I'm going to peel this off and I'm going to dry it with a heat gun because I'm going to need, oh, that looks pretty. You guys see that? Look at that. That just gave it a little shimmer, a little bit of texture because I patted it with my finger. So I'm going to dry it so that I can lay my candles over it. So excuse the noise while I dry. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with those candles because I don't know. But we'll figure it out. I know this stuff dries pretty quickly anyway, so yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, that was how the week went. I don't know what's going on this week. As of now, I don't have any substitute assignments, but that doesn't mean anything because if a teacher calls out sick, they could call me in the morning and ask me to come in, which is fine with me. Yep. That is good and dry. So now I'm going to put this back on here to hold it. And this is going to, I just want to make sure I'm lining this up right because I'm not entirely sure like how far to go up. I guess kind of like to the middle of the, all right, I'm going to just go for it. Okay, so I need to think about this for a second because I've got all of these fun colors. Oh, you guys can't see those. Sorry. I forgot I moved the camera in closer. Yeah, well, if she can walk without the crutches, then, oh, it's annoying me that you guys kind of can't see that. All right, I'm moving the camera back up. If she can walk without the crutches, I'm going to take her just to like watch the game. You know what, Rara? This could be made into a Christmas card just by using Christmas colors. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to blend the wicks a color. I'm not really sure what color though, like orange or the blue. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm kind of like thinking orange, the check engine color. And then we'll do the candles. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I'm going to grab a little bit. Oops. Now I'm just knocking stuff over. That's cool. I'm just going to grab a little bit of this sticky paper tape. And I'm going to mask that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's just do that. And I'm going to do those wicks. This is the first time I'm using this, so we'll see what happens. We're experimenting. We'll do check engine. Whoops. That one did not quite stick. There we go. Hopefully our background will be dry by the time we finish this. If not, we'll speed it up. Okay, so candle wicks are done. Let's see how that goes. And now let's do our candles. So 6 candles. I think probably what I'm going to do is just like alternate. Although I do have 6 different colors. No, actually I have 7 different colors out. Let me see. I'm going to put this right here. Let me pull that closer. Let's see our colors. Oops, didn't want to do that, but oh well. Okay, so I can always mix them too. I think that's what I'm going to go for. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to grab a paper towel. Okay. So I'm going to do, this is Breakup Blue. So I'm just going to go this way. Oh, I totally went on the wick. I forgot we weren't supposed to do that. Oh, well. Definitely, you know what? Why am I struggling? Let's just do this so I don't have to worry about that. Much easier, right? It's a waffle flower grip mat. It's just a sticky mat. Michelle had sold these. I don't remember when. It's just a sticky mat. I think it does fit in the Misty. I don't use it in the Misty. I just use it like for when I'm blending. Hold on, I'll show you the package. It's this. It's got that. You can, like use that in the Misty. But I just use it to stick my cardstock on when I'm blending. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely gonna get a little tricky, but whatever, we'll figure it out. I don't know how great this is gonna come out because this is a little hard, but it's okay. See what happens. I know you guys won't get mad at me if it looks terrible, right? Whoopsie. All right. So we might end up just blending some of these candles with a different paste because, this is harder than I thought it was going to be to keep them separate. I'm just going to try and wipe that a little bit. Okay. Let's see what we can do with another color. That was Breakup Blue. And let's grab, this is Tropical Tango. Oh gosh, I love this color. So kind of, no, I guess a little more green than Siren Song, but I'm okay. I'm here for it. I mean, I can mix this with blue, but I'm not going to right now. I'm just gonna carefully try and fill that candle in. This is definitely harder than it looks. All right, getting there, we're getting there. Do a swipe to smooth it out. Need a little more down here. And then we'll do this guy on the end. I probably should have used Pixie Spray. I'm realizing that now, so these might be wonky, but oh well, it's too late now. Okay. That color is done right now. It just looks like a big old mess, am I right? And lastly, we're going to use No Diving. This is very quiet today. Did I miss anybody? Let me know if you're here. Don't forget to say hello if you've just signed on. We're playing with some new Simon Hurley stuff. Being very, very careful. So I'm going to talk about something crazy and kind of nostalgic for a minute. So this last night was the 8th grade dance in our town. And, you know, the 8th graders like graduate and go to high school next year. And I was like looking at everybody's pictures on Facebook. And, you know, my son graduated 8th grade last year. And I'm like, how has it been a year? My son is about to finish his first year of high school. Guys, I'm not that old. I mean, I am, but I'm not. You know what I mean? I was getting very nostalgic looking at everybody's pictures. This blue, you mean no diving? Hopefully this doesn't look like a hot mess when we're done, because I broke some stenciling and paste rules today, but you know, it is what it is. All right. I'm ready to reveal and see how bad this looks. Because I want to also clean my stencil before it dries. And then we'll put a card together. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Dun, dun, dun. All right, not bad, not bad. I like the colors. That looks pretty cool. Let's zoom in for a close-up. Got some shimmer. Yeah, I like that. Got a little bit of a bleed there, but it's all right. We'll deal with it. All right, let me, I'm going to clean this off real quick. I just want to move this stuff. The like greenish one, Tropical Tango, that is actually one of my favorites. I have that in the Astro paste too, which is glitter paste, because it's like a really nice turquoisey. All right, let's get this bad boy all cleaned off. This is a fun stencil. I like this. Okay. So let's peel this off. Okay. All right. I like the way this came out. So not bad, right? That looks pretty cool. I am going to, let's see where our background is at. Yeah, let's heat this stuff. Speed along the drying process. How about that? Thanks. Let's get this stuff dried up so we can put a card together. I love the way the flames came out. I think that looks really cool. I like the using the solar paste on that just to add some shimmer to it. I think was a good call. I'm also very excited for this background. This kind of reminds me, back in March, I did a live with Simon Hurley stuff with the new dyes that had come out, with the dog. And I did a similar blended background. I'm going to see if I can find you guys a picture. And then I used his white paste over it. And and that's really where I got like the inspo to do this, because I loved the way it came out. So this was one that I did, like I said, back in March. And I think for this one though, I think I used 49 in Market inks. I don't really remember. Maybe I said it. Dyes and paste. Yeah, I used 49 and Market inks on this one, but I did the same thing. I used the white Stellar paste in a stencil after I blended it, and I loved the way that came out. So that was kind of my inspo for this. So I do want to make a layer for this. So let me get more cardstock. And I'm going to set this aside, give this stuff can dry, and we can always speed it up a little bit. My layer will be, what should we do? So this is 4 by 5 1/4. But I can always cut that down a little bit. So I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to make this 4 by 5 1/4. And then we'll cut this one down a little bit. And which color do I want to use to make the layer? Trying to see which one I think like matches the best. I think I'm going to go with the Siren Song just because I like it. Just because I like it. Let me grab my handle. I'm just going to ink around the edges so this can be a layer. These ink pads are very juicy. So yesterday, I subbed at the high school, and the first class I subbed was my son's. It was very low key, though. Everybody's kind of winding down. So it was a sculpture class, and the kids were just finishing their projects, but it was fun to just kind of chill. It was a very low key day. Subbing at the high school is super easy because everything is online. So, like, I'm literally there to just take attendance and be an adult in the room. So it's a fairly easy day. And I got to see my son. And we drove in together, drove home together. So it was fun. It was a good day. I spent my morning with the teacher that I'm taking over for next year, which is awesome because she imparted all her wisdom and files and lesson plans. So that will make things super easy for me. So I don't know what's going to happen the rest of this week. I might be off all week. I could end up working every day. We'll see. See what happens. I could just have a lot of craft time, and I'd be totally okay with that. Okay, well, I'm going to make sure that this is dry. Hold on. I just dropped my, oh no. Oh, I found them. Dropped my tweezers. These are like the one tool that I cannot live without, my reverse tweezers. Got a little, okay. So let's see. I think this is pretty dry, but let's make sure. Some spots were a little thicker. Yeah, but it's looking pretty good. Just wondering if that's going to fit. Going to dry this for another few seconds. I got some peaks. See some peaks on some of the dots. Okay. So I'm going to trim this down a little. Oh, I need a piece. Let me grab that. And I'll fold that in my MISTI. Excuse me. Okay, don't be difficult. There we go. All right, I'm going to trim my dotted background. That will go there. This one will go on top. I'm going to just trim a little bit off. We'll trim 1/8 off. And then we will trim 1/8 off this way. And that's going to go like that. Let's see. Do I need to trim a little more? No, that's probably good enough. Okay. Let's glue this down. Anybody else crafting today? Is anybody working on any of the challenges at my little scrapbook store? What are we up to? Tell me, folks. What are you doing? I have a big summer project. I am planning on a 12 by 12 scrapbook for all of the photos from my first year of teaching. And since I am an art teacher, how perfect that I'm going to use Artful Moments from Vicky Boughton and 49 Market. And I am so excited for that because I love everything about that collection. So one of the things that came in my box yesterday, I'm going to show you guys this real quick. I got one of these bags that Michelle had in the sale. This I'm sorry, my camera's too close to show you the whole thing. But it was this tote bag with handles. And then I also got the pouch, the 14 by 14 pouch. That's this thing. And it fits inside. So all my loose papers are in here. So basically, all of my, I haven't even taken the tags off because I'm a weirdo like that. All of my Artful Moments collection is in that, that pouch tote thing. All of it. So that means when I go to a crop, all I have to do is grab that bag and my tool bag pretty much. So I'm excited about that because I do spend a lot of time at my mom's in the summer. So this way I can just bring it wherever I go. I'm just trying to decide. I think we're going to let's go lighter. Yeah, I think we'll go lighter because those might show up better. So yeah, I'm excited. And that tote bag is awesome. I was very excited for that purchase because it's I got everything in one spot. So that is going to be my summer project. I also have a baby album to make because one of my cousins is having a baby in November, her first. I think I finally stopped calling her my little cousin, although she'll always be my little cousin, even though she's I don't know, 30. I think she just turned 30 in January, but she'll always be my little cousin. So I am planning on another baby album. You guys know if you've seen on my YouTube, I've made a lot of those lately, but I made 2 girl albums this past school year. So now I'm excited. I'm going to be making a boy album and I'm going to be using, I have a collection. I think it's from Echo Park. It's it's where the wild things are, but it's obviously not called that, but it's that theme. So I'm finally excited to make a boy album. So that's going to be another summer project. I got big hopes for this summer. We'll see what actually happens. Let me just hit the back real quick. All right. Off. Good. All right. I'm going to grab my scissors. We're going to cut this out. This is, yeah, I'm a little nervous, but we'll see how it goes. feel like this is a high pressure moment, but I'm going to power through. I do love to fussy cut, so shouldn't really complain. The glare is killing me a little bit, though. Now, I have to be honest, like, I saw this in sale before I saw it used, and I honestly would not have thought to cut it out like this. I would have probably just blended it on a background and called it a day. But then last night, I was watching the replay of Simon's video from yesterday afternoon, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. And then I saw somebody else post a card and they did the same thing. They cut it out. So I was like, all right, I want to try that. So we'll see what happens. Now, I do have to tell you guys, this was so exciting. A few weeks ago, so Simon was doing this whole thing called Pastapalooza, and it was a website they set up, pastapalooza.com, and he was doing all these different paste videos, and I can't remember what it was that I posted, but he like commented and liked my my image, and like I thought that was just the coolest thing ever. I was so excited for that. Such a nerd. Okay. This, I think I'm going to do, I don't have my big scissors. I don't know where my big scissors are. So I think I'm going to do the cutting. I'm going to cut this with the trimmer. That looks pretty cool, I think. Okay, so this will go like that. And we need a sentiment. So, or should it go like that? Nope. It's going to go like that. And I did pull this set because I love this and it's Simon's. So we could do celebrate. We could do, I think we'll do Make-A-Wish, right? Since it's candles. Let's do Make-A-Wish. I got to get this in a better envelope. This is all over the place. I don't like that. This is probably like one of my most used stamp sets. I love this stamp set, and I've done like so many things with it. Graduation cards and all sorts of stuff. Let me move this over. We're almost done. Just in time. It is 10:54. So we should be wrapping this up just in time. Big decisions coming. Which color are we stamping this in? Oof. Oh gosh. Which color? I think we're going to do Cold Shoulder. That's the middle, the blue that's in the middle of the blend. All right, what happened there? You guys see that? We got some like dots. I don't love that. All right, let's try that again. I'm going to clean this real quick because I have a feeling something was on here. Maybe something was on the paper. Oh, maybe something was on the paper. That makes sense. All right, let's try that again. Trying to tap a little more gently. Yeah, I think I pushed too hard. Now I didn't push hard enough. Wow, that ink pad is juicy. That ink is still wet on there. Yeah, that's a juicy ink pad. That was still wet. I probably could have heat embossed that. It's still wet on the first 3 letters. Crazy. Okay, I'm just going to quickly grab a strip die. I probably have some sitting over here. Oh, I have Gina K. Those are not enough. All right. Let's see. I would like one with like the banner one, like with the edges. Let's see what I got. I think that the ones I have are not big enough. Yeah, I think that will end up cutting letters off. It is a bold sentiment, so I think I'm just going to cut it with scissors. It'd be much easier if I had my big scissors, but they have disappeared. Probably somewhere on you-know-whose desk. So you know what? Just so I can get a good straight edge on this. First of all, I want to do this because I feel like that is still wet. Yeah, see, it was still a little bit wet. Okay. Get my ruler and my X-Acto blade, and we will do this. Alrighty. Trim. Come on, G, you got this. That. Trim that. And we will put our card together. So I'm just going to grab my foam adhesive. And we're almost done. That. And my sentiment. And then we'll put everything together. Alrighty. Almost done. I'm going to put a little bit of wet glue just to be sure that it sticks. And I'm going to line this up with the bottom. Like that. And I have one more quick idea. I'll put this up here. And I'm thinking it needs some sprinkly bits, but I'm not sure if I have. I have the golden apricot. I don't love that. No, if I had yellow, the yellow color, I would have went for it, but I don't. No. Nah, I don't really love the colors that I have to go with it. So we're going to skip that, but that would have looked cool if I had some yellow or golden sprinkly bits. So we'll just leave it as that. There we go. What do you guys think? That was pretty fun. I like the colors. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to share whatever you make. Enjoy the lovely weather and have a great weekend. I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.